I'm Jake Lloyd-Bacon, a lifelong pro wrestling fan.
And I'm Alexandra Hoy, brand new to the wonderful world of pro wrestling, and I have decades worth of characters and stories to catch up on.
And so this is her crash course in WWE history by way of the iconic Royal Rumble match.
It's me, you, and 30 other men.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us
Hello.
for another Rumble. It's me and Patty Platypus.
What up?
And I'm excited to do yet another Rumble.
Me too.
We're getting down to the wire.
It's crazy.
How you doing?
I'm good. I had a smoothie. It was really tasty.
You made some nice smoothies. There was a little bit. It was a nice smoothie. Usually they're a little bit too veggie for me, but this one had a little banana action in it.
Yeah, I made it a little sweeter for you.
And God knows I love some banana action.
Jake Banana Action Lloyd Bacon. We got there.
Yeah, not as good as Patty Platypus.
Not as good as Patty Platypus, no. But what is?
So have you, since our last episode, have you wandered around doing your hand gesture, squeezing your lips and platypying people? And if so, what were the reactions?
Oh, yeah. Anyone I meet when I'm walking Campfire Jones or Pod Dog, I do that. I do the Patty Platypus. And yeah, people usually
Does Patty Platypus have a stutter? Are you like when Goldust got electrocuted and he had a stutter for some reason?
It's mostly like...
That's inappropriate.
There's something about the Patty Platypus. It's a tongue twister, so I have to kind of get through it. Anywho.
Speaking of getting through it, is that why people don't speak to us anymore when we're outside walking the dog? Is because you've been gritting at them?
They're terrified of the platypus.
Just wait till you start laying eggs.
Oh, I already have.
What? What's the follow-up to that? You can't just say that and then move on.
Anyway.
How do you not yes and that one?
Jake, so...
Alexandra,
for those who are just tuning in, can you explain what a rumble is?
Listen. If you're just tuning in, and you're tuning in because you're a fan of maybe another program on the network, and you're diving in at a random location, and you don't watch pro wrestling, and you don't know what a Royal Rumble is, then I'm here for you.
He's here for you for emotional support.
The Royal Rumble is the biggest match of the year in WWE, in which 30 wrestlers compete in one massive match. The way it works, 2 men start the match, and then every 2 minutes or so, another wrestler joins in the mayhem. Wrestlers are eliminated when they're thrown over the top rope of the ring, and both of their feet, both of them little feetsies, hit the floor on the outside. That's when they are eliminated. The last man standing is declared the winner, and usually given a championship title match at the next the next WrestleMania that occurs.
That is an official term, feetsies.
Feetsies. So on this podcast, on our feetsies, we pick a random Royal Rumble out of our jar o' rumbles, and we watch it right alongside you in real time. Before we get into it, though, and before we pick that Rumble, we want to ask you to do us a favor and leave us a rating and review if you like the show. Alexandra's mocking me because I'm trying to get you people to do things. My phone is going off. I apologize.
God, you're you're so unprofessional.
I'm actually bothered because I kind of want to pick it up because that person left a message yesterday, and apparently I witnessed a car accident years ago, and I'm being called upon it now. But also, when the message he left, he said like, "Hi, this is for Jack." So I'm wondering if they have the wrong person or they have my name wrong.
Sounds like a big old scam.
That's what it might be. It might be scam. But the fact that they're calling back again, we'll see if it's the same message and it's like actual.
Yeah, scammers do that.
All right.
I'm a screener. I don't answer anything ever. Sorry.
Go ahead and screen our podcast on Apple Podcasts and leave a rating and review.
God, so smooth.
And also do us a favor. Snag some merchandise from DragonWagonShop.com. Get yourself a Me and 30 shirt. Get yourself a Jar or Rumble shirt. We got shirts, mugs, and masks.
What was that word? Ja Rumble.
Are you really attempting to make fun of the way I pronounce the thing? Say platypus and again 5 more times.
Platypus. Platypus? Platypus.
What year are we watching this week?
Okay, this time we are watching 2002.
2002. Where were you in 2002?
Oh, God. Where was I in 2002? I was, depending on the month, I was a sophomore in high school.
All right. Just a little babe. This was probably my last Rumble that I watched before leaving for years.
Until 2008.
Well, no, it was some actually you're probably not wrong. Probably somewhere it was like the middle of the 2000s. But anyways, it's also the very final WWF Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Because the following year
is when they switched.
They would get the F out. The 2002 Rumble took place on January 20th, 2002, at the Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. The tagline for the show was 30 men, 1 match, 1 winner, and the I in winner was a number 1.
I was actually a freshman in high school.
Alrighty.
I was realizing.
Unrelated to what I was saying.
Number 1. Got it. Okay. All right.
So it's 2002. So this is really the final Attitude Era Rumble that is on our list to watch. We've watched pretty much all of the Attitude Era Rumbles at this point.
All right.
This is the final one because I think if I'm looking at our sheet here, it would appear that we have not seen 2004 yet. That's the next one that we haven't seen. But I feel like in between now and 2004, the Ruthless Aggression era begins.
Yeah.
But it might be also...
It could be a hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. But for the most part, this is really the last of our thick of it Attitude Era.
Right. Wow. The end of an era.
Some matches on the undercard here are William Regal versus Edge.
Wow, okay.
For the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
Trish Stratus versus Jazz for the WWF Women's Championship.
All right.
With Jacqueline as the special guest referee on that one. But by the way, looking at time frames, man, this is peak Attitude Era wrestling. Edge versus Regal, 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Ric Flair versus McMahon, Vince McMahon in a street fight, 14 minutes, 55 seconds.
Wow.
Trish versus Jazz for the WWF Women's Championship, 3 minutes, 43 seconds.
Yep.
Also, just prior to the Royal Rumble match itself, which was the main event of this card, was Chris Jericho versus The Rock for the undisputed WWF Championship.
Okay.
So in prior to this, in 2002, the World Championship and the WWF Championship would be merged, and they would become the undisputed WWF champion. So that's what they're fighting for here.
Okay.
So of the era, anybody who comes to mind that you're looking forward to seeing in 2002, or what do you any expectations?
Well, looking forward to is not a thing, but I can definitely see by the audience that Triple H is going to be around.
Sure, lots of
so many Triple H signs.
Triple H signs, yeah.
Triple H. I feel like DX must be kind of a thing. No.
Yeah, DX is a thing. I mean, DX is over, really. If I'm being honest, this is more post. This is leaning into, I think, evolution in the couple of years from now. But
okay, so yeah, those guys.
In 2002, Shawn Michaels made a return to face Triple H at SummerSlam in like a street fight. I remember because I was there. That was on Long Island.
SummerSlam after Rumble?
No, before that.
Okay, so
wait.
one.
Oh yeah, no. It would be that. You're right. I'm sorry. So right now, Shawn goes away. Triple H is like the new leader of DX and is running the shit. But also at this point, that's probably dwindling. I think I do see a DX sign in the background, but for the most part, that's dwindling, and he's really rising as his own star, Triple H.
Okay.
It should be said before we talk more expectations here. We have located the 2002 Royal Rumble on Peacock here in the States, which they list as season 15.
Wow.
Because it is the 15th Royal Rumble match. And I have paused it since there are no chapter marks anymore. I've paused it at exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes on the nose. 1 hour, 30 minutes on the nose.
The Rumble is exactly my age. I'm just realizing, I think.
Okay.
Because
88.
I would have been 15.
It was born in 88.
Well, I was born in 86.
So that's not the same.
So I guess not. But for
your
some
math
reason,
is wrong.
But I was 15 in 2002. In January of 2002.
How is that possible if you were born in 1986?
Because I turned 15 at the end of 2001.
But it's all about the year. This year then would be your 16th year of life. Even like it would. You have a late birthday, so it's weird. But,
I know it's weird. So I turned 15 at the end of 01.
Sure. Sure. And who knows? It's WWE, so who knows what history they've rewritten as far as like when the annual began. And because the first one was like a non-televised
like maybe
thing,
they don't count some of the really old ones or something in that number.
Well, maybe it would just be the first one, I would assume. But yeah, the first one was like a non-televised.
Anywho, I hope to see some Mankind again.
All right, so you're looking forward to seeing some Mankind?
If he's around, some Taker.
All right, so this is full 2002 full-fledged Biker Taker here.
Okay, I'm all right with that. I'll take some Biker Taker.
Biker Taker and Triple H, I think, is the big feud here.
Big heat. Okay.
Like that's the big heat.
So I expect to see some Biker Taker. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I'm sure it'll be a mixture of all the same players, and a few that I maybe don't recognize immediately. If I don't see Viscera, what's the point?
Okay.
At this point, I feel like he has to make a cameo every single Rumble.
All right. All right. Well, I guess then let's stop futzing about. And just
China's still around, right?
Dive in. China is.
No,
I don't remember when she left. To be perfectly honest, I think she had maybe just left here.
Okay.
Or I think she just left. I think
right.
the China run might be over here, but people are screaming at me. I'm not sure the exact date that she left, but
okay.
Without further ado, let's dive in. Again, it's 1 hour 30 minutes. Just a moment. We'll say 3, 2, 1, play. If you hit play, when we hit play, we can all watch it in perfect unison. The game begins in 3, 2, 1, play. And there's your Howard Finkel.
I love Fink. Yay!
The last episode we did was 2008, in which it was the first ever one in HD.
Yeah, you can tell,
and just
you can totally tell.
2002.
I know. I'm so
Rikishi's
interesting that Rikishi's out first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if like the other two members of Too Cool come right out afterwards, because you know how they love doing that.
Yeah, they do.
They like putting teams at first.
Yeah. God, he's covered in something. Oil, water.
Wet water. He probably just poured water over his head.
So he stays cool.
Look at referee Teddy Long on the outside. Now Hall of Famer Teddy Long.
Wow.
You still have a love for Rikishi?
I do, of course.
Yeah.
Look at him. He knows he's the shit. He knows.
Are they booing him?
That one guy was.
Yeah, this is probably heel Rikishi.
I'm okay with that.
This is probably I tried to murder Stone Cold. I did it for the Rock Rikishi.
What's with the slow-mo?
Oh, you don't know about the slow-mo era?
Pre-John Morrison?
This is Goldust.
Oh, okay.
24 Karat Productions presents. That's what it was called.
Okay.
God, look at this SD.
And
I love that they letterboxed it on old 4:3 televisions to make it look cinematic.
Yeah.
Which is just so fun watching it on a modern television.
I love the slow-mo of the poster that said D's nuts.
Really? There was a D's nuts poster?
D's nuts.
I'm not surprised. It was 2002.
Of course.
The audience at this event is not,
You know how I feel about the Attitude Era. It's a real hit or miss.
Yeah, real hit or miss. I love Goldust.
I know you do.
And I'm trying to get a gauge of him here. This looks like... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this has to be after all of the weird versions with the ball gag and the Luna Vachon slave and all the weird shit. This might be like his return to Goldust. I could be wrong on his timeline. But he also doesn't look... He looks pretty fit.
He looks fit.
I know. He got real rough for a while there.
I gotta give it to him. That's a bold move to be this character at a time of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I mean, he's preying on homophobia. Like at first he's
That's great.
It's cheap heat really at first because he's like an immediate bad guy because he's being all gay.
Right.
And people don't,
I guess I hoped that his intentions were to like put a mirror up against that kind of bigotry, but
I don't know that it was that deep.
Really? That's too bad.
Could be wrong. I don't know. I
guess I hoped that he was being smart about it, but yeah, maybe it was just cheap heat.
I'll tell you what, I want to see a Broken Skull sessions with Dustin Rhodes. That would be fantastic. I love that.
Submit a request.
Look at the glitter parade all over. That's just fantastic.
So glittery. So what was his deal backstage? Did the other wrestlers like him?
Goldust?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, son of Dusty Rhodes, the natural, I can't imagine anybody did not like him.
Yeah.
I could have and God, he looks great, Goldust though.
Yeah.
I could see people not liking wrestling him because of the things he would do in the ring, especially with, just like we said, the rampant homophobia of the era. I know, like, actually in Wrestling with Shadows, Brett even mentions, like, yeah, like we have guys like Gold, like we're talking about like not letting his kids watch the product, and he even says, like, Goldust like pushes the limits of, like, the homoerotic in the ring, and I don't know, like Bret Hart's one of those guys who I don't want to think is homophobic, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
he's just from that era, and
no excuse.
But yeah, we're off with number 1 and 2. Oh, right to the low blow.
Right to the low blow.
Why not?
Right in the little Kishis.
The little Kishis?
I don't know.
I'm trying to actually kind of find some semblance of a timeline.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, so you know what it was? This was after he left and returned to WCW for a little while.
Oh, so
it was just for a couple of years, and then he came back. Yeah, he came back in 2001 to 2.
This is such a interesting opening for me, though, because I like both of these guys, but I don't know that they're like top card people. So It's like, it's interesting how many Rumbles we've watched where usually it's like building the heat right away, 2 really big names coming out. Or are they gonna make it all the way or whatever? Like,
right. This is actually really a great era for Goldust, because this is when him and Booker were teaming around this era, and that was such a fun tag team. They were the champs, and Big Boss Man out at number 3. They were having so much fun backstage, and they had such great comedic chemistry. But Big Boss Man, talk about a guy who who seemingly wrestled in every era. Wait, did Goldust get a limp? No, he didn't. He must have just been knocked through the ropes or something. Oh, Goldust. Right in his little glitter balls. Oh, they really... That was nice, though, that he hung on to him to not fall. They are really just, like, laying into Goldust's nuts right now. It's like, all right, what's the story you guys are telling? You working the arm? Yeah, well, I'm working arm. All right, we're going to work leg. What are you doing, Goldust? Oh, I'm going to hurt my nuts real bad. We're just going to keep hurting them over and over again.
These nuts.
Jesus. Louise, turned him inside out.
Wow.
That's just a testament to Rikishi.
That's what I was going to say. Rikishi is. See, this is why I love him.
I don't think I've ever noticed.
What is this stuff all over the ring?
Oh, it looks like it's all the glitter from Goldust's entrance. Yeah, it's all the little, it's not glitter, it's confetti, I guess.
Yeah.
Like gold strips of confetti.
Jeez.
Oh. Do you think he's like, let's get him out of here. What?
Do you think Goldust gets really hot in that outfit?
I've always said that.
It's got to just be like sweat.
Out of every wrestler's attire, I think Goldust has it the worst.
Yeah, it's like polyester or something. I don't even know what it...
I could only imagine that getting off of that thing is the worst. And that's got to be
it's like so sticky.
The smelliest gear in all of wrestling.
How do you even wash it? Gross.
I know. I've always thought that he had it absolutely the worst.
I got to tell you, he does not have a butt for this outfit.
It's like what I would look like in this outfit.
Goldust does not have a butt for this look.
Looks like someone took a frog and stood him up on his hind legs.
Yeah.
Number 4? Number 4.
Yeah, number 4. No one's been eliminated yet. This is one of those slow-moving Rumbles so far.
The APA, it's going to be Bradshaw or Farouk. It's Bradshaw.
Okay.
Now Hall of Famer Bradshaw.
He's got that hair.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's a dude who somebody like people are like, oh man, Bradshaw, like the acolytes, man, they would go in there and they do some business to you. You get this and you get that, and I'm like, yeah, but also it's fake. You don't have to actually murder. He's one of those dudes that I would have no interest in working.
Really?
I'd be like, no, I'm too sissy for you.
You too sissy?
Yeah, I'm not. Come on, like there's an inherent physicality in wrestling that's expected. And you don't want shit to look bad, so sure. But
think about Taker against all the little guys and how great they are.
But you want to get a stink face? This is what I think
no!
This is what I think about that.
Every time.
Oh God!
Ew! He didn't even move his mouth.
And that is how you get pink eye.
That's what I'm saying.
Close your mouth, bro.
That's what I was saying. Like, why is your mouth wide open, bro?
Oh man, I wonder if he's ever left shit stains on someone's throat or chin.
If he was out for revenge. He had a receipt. He's like, I'll give you a receipt.
Apparently, his part of his pre-match ritual would be to fart. He would just try to get as many farts out as he could.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I think it was supposed to be a kindness.
Oh my God.
Get all
But
them
here's
farts
the thing,
out now.
like whatever ritual you do to get the farts out, doesn't that just start the farts and never stop them?
Yeah, start the farts.
Doesn't he just come out and he still has to
Never
fart?
gonna stop. Yeah, once you start the farts.
He needs to like cleanse himself and like never eat farty things. Like
what?
no beans.
Oh, okay. What other farty things could he not eat?
Limit the legumes.
No legumes for Rikushus.
Limit the cheese.
Alrighty, no cheese. All right. Vegetables, high fiber veggies. You've been making these bowls for us at night for dinner that have made me a gas monster.
We've been having a lot of veggie bowls.
Just to be
healthy.
It's just veggies.
And like a fiber
beans.
like rice, beans.
And oh my God.
Cheese.
Have my evenings been filled with noxious fumes.
Gotta get healthy.
The one and only Lance Storm. What do you know about Lance Storm?
No opinion. I feel nothing. I also because I don't.
Yeah, you and most of the wrestling fans. Lance Storm's like the best wrestler in the world.
Wow, I mean that was I was very intrigued by that move just now. The way he tried to save himself and he like clung onto the rope.
He's a legendary wrestler. His whole thing was that he had no personality.
Yeah, I felt nothing.
But he has tons of personality though. Like
really,
I don't know the story, but it feels to me like it was almost a joke. That like, oh, I'm gonna go out there and try to do nothing, and like. But, you know, he was also very funny, and he was so serious that they would put him in scenarios that, like, would be comedic because he's with people who were really, really funny and fun, and he would try to...
He's a straight guy.
He would try to join in, but he was always dry, but really a legendary wrestler, though. I don't know if... He doesn't work for WWE anymore, but for a while he was training, and he's one of those guys who's, like, really I don't know what you would call him,
he's
but
still
he's like
around?
He's like a forefather of wrestling. Yeah, he doesn't wrestle. Like I don't think he's active anywhere. I don't remember the last time I saw him in a match. He definitely hasn't been in WWE in forever, but he's a backstage guy.
That's cool.
And a fantastic Twitter account.
Really?
If you're not following Lance Storm, you're missing out. He is such a funny Twitter account.
Why? What does he tweet?
It's a lot of wrestling commentary and stuff like that, but his perspective is always humorous and sometimes unexpected.
Really?
Yeah, he's really fun.
But no Iron Sheik.
Well, the Iron Sheik isn't tweeting. It's like I believe Lance Storm is actually on his phone tweeting.
Right.
Whereas like Iron Sheik is like somebody. Did I watch the Iron Sheik documentary with you?
No.
We should watch that. I don't really remember it. It came up recently with Scott, and I was like, yeah, I remember it being okay, but I don't have I have a vivid memory of like a scene where like they're in his room and it's, you know, like he's talking to him and it's kind of sad, but I want to rewatch it. Hey, what does everybody want? Head. That's what everybody wants.
Okay.
That's Al Snow. You remember Al Snow now. That's a name you're familiar with.
I remember that name.
What can you tell me about Al Snow?
He does a lot of cocaine.
What? Do you think that's where he got the name? Is that what all of those characters in Game of Thrones is about?
Yeah.
Oh, winter is coming. Just means they're going to have a fucking blowout and there's going to be tons of coke.
It's just the one guy with the last name Snow.
Oh.
It means he's a bastard.
White lines going through my mind. What? That song's also about coke.
Okay.
I thought we were tying all together.
Okay.
Remember Johnny Depp and Blow? That was also a fun movie.
You're just going on the cocaine train here, aren't you?
Do you think that we should take coke before we do some of these episodes?
No.
No, you don't want to get fucking...
The one time I had
out?
a glass of wine and you were like, oh boy.
I enjoyed it. I mean, you weren't listening to me. I was a non-participant in that episode.
That was just you, me, and 30, but just me.
It was just you and 30.
Me and 30, and you were around.
Yeah, I was fucking talking to myself, and you were watching Royal Rumble, which honestly isn't far off from most of these episodes.
How dare you? I'm very...
No. That's not a slight on you. That's just a slight on me and how I am.
Yeah, you don't listen.
All right.
That's what it was.
Yes, and also...
He smacked his own butt.
Who smacked his own butt? Rikishi?
It was a little bit ago, but no, that guy...
Sometimes you gotta smack your own butt.
Al Snow, I guess.
No thigh slaps when kicking. We are on number 6. Oh, number 7.
So far, pretty slow.
Yeah, it's old school. This has been like an old school.
This is one of those ones where I'm not into it that much.
Also, there hasn't been a huge name yet for the era. Like a name that's made them pop, like real big.
Yeah. They're like hanging on to all their big cards.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Billy and Chuck.
Billy Gunn.
Who's Chuck?
Chuck was Chuck Palumbo. We saw him in the last episode. And I said I don't really remember a ton about him. And now I'm realizing that I do remember this one bit. Speaking of Goldust and preying on homophobia, Billy and Chuck were a gay couple.
Okay.
2 straight guys.
All right.
Playing a stereotypical, not stereotypical, but playing like a, I don't know, they were playing up this friendship, and then they had like a ceremony. What did they call it? Billy and Chuck commitment ceremony, I think they called it, or something.
All right.
And I don't remember it. It might be because I've blocked most of it out. I actually would be interested to go back and watch and see what it was, to see just how offensive it is. Or if maybe it's actually kind of funny and it holds up and maybe it's fine.
But what was the intention?
I don't know.
What were they going for?
The comedy, because gay people are funny.
Okay, because that doesn't sound like it would hold up well.
No, of course not. But that's my guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like, do you feel like wrestling has had problems with toxic masculinity?
Obviously.
Okay.
I mean, of course it was.
I asked that question and literally everyone went, ha ha ha.
I mean, the Attitude Era specifically,
especially, right?
Like leaned into the worst qualities of teenage obsession of the late 90s, early 2000s, which was all about like, you know, fucking tits and fucking, you know, like it was
it's
just
a problem.
like,
it's a problem.
You know, yeah. I mean, it was what we all thought was edgy. It was like we were all so, because like, I don't know,
so
I
corny.
feel like, yeah, but you have to realize like, you know, you grow up with fucking Full House and shit like that as your entertainment.
But that wasn't the only thing out there.
But mainstream success, like, you know, WWE,
The Sopranos had mainstream
ECW, in a completely different way, and also not at the exact same time. You know,
I mean, yeah, we're, you know,
here you go. Business just picked up.
He's on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's what he does.
That's a really tiny wheeled motorcycle.
No, he's just huge.
Is that what it is?
It's just a lowrider chopper.
It looks like he's riding a bike, like a bicycle that's made to look like a motorcycle. And he's just Taker.
Anyways, what I'm getting at is like, okay,
oh my God, his hair. What?
Did you not just watch the entire documentary where they showed all this footage?
I don't remember him with this hair. God, he's so powerful. I
lost my train of thought. Anyways, Taker,
anyway.
being all bikery.
What a dude!
I feel like they stacked the ring up almost like Taker was going to just come in and clean house, which
that's
maybe
definitely
he's still
how it
gonna
felt.
do.
Oh yeah. He got rid of Goldust.
There you go.
Bye.
Which is why maybe there was no like big huge name so far, because it was like, well, let's get eight people out there, or that was 7. Taker was number 8 in this match.
Okay, lucky number 8.
Don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's ever been a thing.
How dare
Nobody
you?
has put those words
Everyone
together.
says that. It's so
that guy signs upside down.
I know, what an idiot.
Dumb. You were pointing to the sky. Bye, Al Snow.
Go do some lines backstage.
I don't think that. I mean, probably. Rikishi, Chuck. Or I'm sorry.
Someone's
Rikishi,
gonna comment and be like, you know, Alexandra, like he actually really did have a problem. He went to rehab for years.
Everybody did. The least surprising news. If you told me any wrestler was like, oh yeah, he did a bunch of coke and had to go to rehab, like, yeah, no shit, they were wrestlers. There we go. Down to the Undertaker. That's it. Undertaker stands alone.
Great, I like it. Although his haircut's dorky. It's so dorky.
What's so dorky about it? It's just short.
It looks weird on him.
And it's his natural hair color too.
I don't mind brown. It's
not brown. His hair is red.
I know his natural hair color is red, but it's actually much more brown hair.
Maybe that isn't his natural. Maybe it is still a little dyed.
Yeah.
I feel like it
has a brownish quality.
Every time you see like
that man, we've seen his original hair in like a much older Rumble when it was super red.
Yeah, he's a real ginger boy.
He's a ginger boy.
But you don't hold it against him.
I don't. He actually makes me really like gingers.
Oh, I love this music so much.
All right, here we go.
There's Jeff out next with Lita alongside. No, that's Matt. Couldn't tell under all his outfits. Oh, and a little kissy. This is when they were together.
Lita's a little much.
Look at the way he fucking runs with his wonky ass knees. Matt Hardy, you're fucking weird.
I like Lita,
you're a goofy
but
boy.
I feel like that entrance was a little forced.
What about it was forced?
Just the way they were rocking, quote unquote.
That's how they move.
It was so nerdy looking.
Oh, Lita's not gonna fuck around.
Dirty.
Oh shit. Yeah. What about this is forced? Get the fuck out of here.
I know, right?
I'm gonna make you pay. Cause that's what we wanted.
Hey, good for her for being in the ring though.
The year 2002 was
low
women.
blow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Good.
That's fun.
Oh boy, right in his tombstones.
Right in his tombstones. His little take us.
Yeah, join in, Lita. Get your kicks in. Nobody headbanged better than Lita while fucking wrestling. I swear to God. Look at all the work she's doing.
It's so
Edge,
aggressive.
Ironically, of course, Edge is the other person who I always think of as being like the most active with their head when they wrestle.
Matt Hardy's
Edge,
outfit's so funny to me.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't like the UFO pants of the Hardy Boys? The Hardy Boys wore UFO pants. It's just what they did.
Oh, boy.
I wore them too.
So of the era. Of course you did.
I had so many of those.
Of course you did.
I wore so many UFO pants.
I'm sure.
But I was not a Jenkos guy. I didn't like Jenkos. They were too big for me. UFO pants were like straight but big, whereas like the Jenkos were the massive bell bottoms.
I was there.
Yeah.
I hope none of these pants ever make a comeback.
You were a tiny little baby.
I was 15.
Yeah, I was a tiny baby. I mean, when Jenkos were at their like prime, that was like 1998.
I was in middle school.
97.
I remember.
That was when I was in high school. I like how Lita like just got out. She's like, all right, I'm not gonna help anymore.
Listen, Taker's kind of flexible. Look at that leg up there. Working it.
I mean, he's also just a massive man.
He is a massive.
So that's not hard for him to step over the top rope.
He's a massive man.
Whoa. He was going to go for a punch and Matt fucking, now we made him pay for it. He's like, you dick, I was going to punch you and you made me look bad. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Like Matt didn't see the punch coming.
Taker.
I remember who comes out next, actually. I actually remember this moment. Yeah, because it's a great moment.
Oh, it's a big deal, huh?
Well, it's just a great moment.
Thanks for the spoilers.
Because look, he's about to eliminate Matt. Oh, but here comes Jeff.
He's like, God damn it, I just got rid of one.
Oh, Jeff moving it. Oh, love that. I love that.
He's like,
Holt
no.
saves his brother. That's just fun.
Don't throw
And a big DDT.
Ew.
What? Jeff had a lot of water in his mouth.
Gross.
Well, what's that?
Can't people just swallow?
Blow that shit out before you get to the ring.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, Team Extreme.
All right.
Team Extreme going after
Look
Taker.
at the ref trying to get Lita
Ref's like, get out of here. He's going to grab her by her fucking T-back thongs. Oh, love for the Hardys.
They look basically the same.
What?
They do.
Matt and Jeff look the same to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
They do not look anything like to me whatsoever.
No, I'm saying today they look like themselves still.
Oh,
today.
they have not aged.
Not like twins.
I get it. I think Jeff more so than I think Jeff looks more.
I mean,
like,
Matt's aged a bit more for sure.
Yeah, Jeff his body shape has changed drastically, whereas Jeff still has pretty much the same body shape. He's a little bigger, but Matt is like changed very drastically.
He has more hip issues, I think.
He's broader, and even now he's broader. But yeah,
that's fine.
Ooh. I mean, this is just fun. This is just a 2-on-1 match. Big twist of fate.
So here's a question for you.
Going for the Swanton Bomb or the Senton Bomb of the era.
Baby Jake Lloyd's watching this. Who is he rooting for? Because he loves all these dudes.
Oh no, I'm at this point.
Hardy?
Hardy's.
You're like, these are my dudes. They look like me.
Also, yeah, I liked Biker Taker versus other people I didn't like.
Yeah.
But whenever somebody I liked a little bit more.
He wasn't Undertaker though.
I mean, he was, but yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy. And bye, Jeff. That was great. That was so good.
He's like, thank you. You made my job easier.
So good.
Matt surviving. Uh-oh.
I feel like they gave this little spot. They gave the three of these guys some time to tell this little story. Oh, the last wedgie. Oh, boy. Everybody speaks a little higher pitched after taking that move.
Right?
Look at her. Like, oh, look at the emoting. So much acting.
Acting is happening.
Much acting. Very much. And bye, Hardy Boys.
Thanks for coming.
Taker cleans the ring again.
I like his tattoo on his neck. I just noticed that for the first time.
The one on his back of his neck, you mean? The little...
Yeah, the back neck.
The little dancing creature, whatever it is.
It looked like a skeleton to me.
Maybe.
It was cool.
Who is that? Wait, is this Maven? Oh, boy.
I don't know who this is.
I just remembered this Rumble. Tough Enough won. Oh, look at Maven. What am I doing?
This guy is not very big.
So, do you know what Tough Enough is?
I remember that term, but I don't remember what it was.
Tough Enough was the MTV WWE reality show.
That's right. Paul
to see who you got a wrestler who became, and Maven won the first season.
Yeah,
and won a contract. This is the winner of Tough Enough that's in there, Maven. But the Hardy Boys aren't done. They're pissed off.
Remember when MTV had a bunch of shows like that?
I said that, and now I realize maybe it wasn't MTV, but I feel like it was an MTV/WWE show. I could be wrong. It seemed like an MTV show, but it could have been USA Network, which is what their home was.
Yeah, it was like a competitive show to MTV's reality things.
Probably USA Network.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah,
it was like he was on ice.
Threw his ass out of there.
He's like, "Say the
get your ass out of my ring." Wait a minute, Maven. Maven, listen to this crowd.
That's so dumb.
Maven of Tough Enough just eliminated the Undertaker.
Okay,
look at Taker.
I feel like Taker. I'm not enjoying this.
How good is this?
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Exactly.
And he just pushed Taker out of the ring.
Exactly.
I am offended.
Look at the even he's like, oh boy, this was a bad idea. I don't want to be here anymore.
Though? How good is Taker? He's so good. Oh, he's mad? He's mad. He said,
yeah, he just got eliminated by Maven.
He's like, if I'm going out, you're coming with me, bitch. Come on. We're going.
I mean, come on now. What are you going to do?
I like
what are you going to do? Oh, he's going after him.
So threatening.
Look at these shots. Look at these shots. Look at the way he caught him.
So good.
This is a shoot, brother. Welcome to wrestling. You just eliminated me.
I know, right? He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no. Through middle ropes,
Through the middle. He's going to beat his ass.
I was right. MTV from 2001 to 2003. And then it moved to the USA. The more recent ones were on the USA Network.
Well, probably because MTV eventually gave up on that sort of programming.
Are they even a channel anymore?
MTV?
Yes, I know they're a real channel. It was hypothetical. And thanks for coming, Maven.
I will say the music.
Did you just see
the
that?
music part's not very realistic
Did
anymore.
you just see him murder this man?
I do see him murdering him.
Oh my goodness.
With a blue chair.
We need to really pass chair control.
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that was a great shot.
Oh,
what
that's
a great shot, cameraman.
That was fun.
That was fantastic work, cameraman.
Good job.
Remember when The Undertaker decided to murder Maven?
You know what? That was a highlight. That was fun. Because I was mad for him.
But right, as of right now, Maven's the only one in the match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, technically he's not eliminated because he went through the middle.
Although he might be dead. I think death does eliminate you. If you die.
Death does kind of ruin your plans.
Howard Fink has never told us in the beginning the rules of death in this match, so I'm not sure how that works. Oh, and this is Scotty Too Hotty comes out
Whether
next.
You're corporeal or not,
all of the people,
it's all about going over the top rope.
Of all of the people to join this.
I know, right? I think this character is so dumb.
Oh my God, you would have loved him back in the day.
No, I would not have.
Because he's supposed to be dumb. That's the thing. Like,
that doesn't mean I like it.
Can you throw him in the box tissues, please?
Yes.
I got sniffles and I don't want to sniff into the microphone.
Okie dokie.
And he, by the way, Scott Hotty doesn't even make it down the ramp before Taker walks up and just lays him out.
Good. He looks like
Taker been eliminated, still in this, and there you go. Now Maven's eliminated.
Scotty Too Hotty is like a clown. Now, see, here's these things where I go, oh, it's such a gray area because just because Taker eliminated him from the top rope does not mean he's really eliminated because Taker was eliminated first, right? That's how it should be, but no.
Nope. You just gotta go to the top rope.
His forehead looked awful
because he murdered him with a chair.
Taker's mad. Can you imagine?
Taker is so good in this performance that he seems like he didn't know he was getting eliminated.
I know, he really does.
Like,
he did such a good job.
He is selling his pissed offness so much.
Look at all these douchey guys. They're so excited.
I wonder if he talked about this in Broken Skull or not. I'm trying to remember if Taker talked about this moment and whether or not he liked this or was pissed about it.
About the Maven bit?
Yeah.
I don't
about like being eliminated by the guy who won Tough Enough.
I couldn't agree more, though,
by the
if
way,
he was mad.
Would be gone within a year.
Exactly, because it's a dumb premise. No one cares.
Most of the successful people out of Tough Enough weren't the winners. Like Miz came from Tough Enough.
Yeah, I do know that story, which is good for his origins as his character is Mr. Hollywood, basically.
But he was also, before that he was on like Real World.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like...
I thought it was Road Rules, but...
It might have been. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't keep track. No, I think it was Real World.
Real World.
I can't keep track of my friends who were on one of those shows.
You had a friend on one of those?
Multiple people that were on those shows.
Really?
Theo Vaughn was on fucking Road Rules. That's where his start came from.
Wow.
When I first met Theo at the Improv in Orlando, I was such a dick to him because I was like this fucking like real, reality TV
this
asshole.
Road Rules guy.
Yeah, he like came in, thinks he can do comedy.
And he was good. And
he was a sweetheart. No, he was terrible, but he got really good. He was really bad as a stand-up at first, but he got really good.
Well, I think that's the journey for most people.
Sure,
anyway.
I also wasn't great. By the way, Christian now the only one in the match. Look at Maven still getting his ass beat.
In this popcorn.
You ruined all that perfectly good popcorn.
With his blood.
We should make popcorn for the next episode.
That's a COVID violation. Oh yeah, I'm sure people want to hear us crunch our popcorn and then get and then picking our teeth because we got
Patty Platitude can do whatever she wants.
Patty Platitude? Excuse me, that's her move. Patty Platypus.
That's her era. Oh, Taker eats it.
Ew, what if it had blood on it?
Oh,
gross,
he
Taker.
dug deep. This is so good. God, this is so good.
This is fun though. I bet you Taker was okay with it once he got to like go all around the arena just beating the shit out of him.
Also, can we talk about like how those people were like so close and like right up in the action?
Yeah,
that
I
shit
know.
would not fly nowadays. They would have barricades 20 feet back.
I was gonna say like that's
Sky
a
high.
safety problem.
Never made it to the ring. And by the way, Christian in the ring now, you're European champion, it looks like.
Okay, but can we talk
God,
about
I love him.
how dumb the shirt looks?
Oh, that was like how that was his. He always wore that.
It
That
feels
was,
like
yeah.
such a it feels like pandering to something. I don't know.
What? No, that was just the era. I had shirts like that. Mesh shirts were all the rage.
Okay, I had a mesh shirt, but I was a woman, and I feel like as a woman,
No, this was super popular.
it was like a sexy little thing, but like on a guy, it just looks so funny to me.
Great. I won't show you pictures of my very first wrestling outfit then from UCW.
I mean, this is a
'Cause it
very
was
trim looking guy. I just feel
it
like
was literally this.
it looks so silly to me.
Now it does. Of the era, it wouldn't have. It would have just looked like some fucking weird gothy sort of dude.
Well, that's the thing is, I was gonna say, I feel like you can pull it off if you're super gothy, but he's not very gothy because he's so blonde and.
I mean, they
like
started
the
as
only way to-
vampires.
All right, come on.
But that's how
I
they
did see that.
And
but-
that you have to realize, like, that way wrestling works is that's the progression.
Yeah.
If you wear a mesh shirt of this era, you don't get to change that mesh shirt for a long time.
You know what it
takes
is?
a while.
It's actually not the mesh shirt, I realize. It's the fact that I think it's a one piece.
It's DDP.
That's the problem.
It's not his pants and his shirt are not connected.
They looked connected.
They're not at all connected.
Are
Because
you
a lot
sure?
of times, because sometimes he takes it off. They're not. Oh, and then they check on Maven to make sure he's not dead.
That's his murder. They're like, welcome to wrestling, bitch.
Looks like he lacerated his chest in the machine, in the popcorn machine.
This is a
Here comes
one piece.
DDP. It's not, babe.
Look how the
It's not.
Alright, maybe it's
It's
not.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Maybe it's not.
Look at the way it separates when he moves.
I didn't see separate.
Look. DDP. Oh no. Nice. I love Christian so much.
I'm just picking on Christian because he's not
because you know he's my favorite and you're mean to me.
He's not the cute one of the two.
You listen. Don't let my sister hear you say that.
She's wrong.
She will fight you.
You know what? She can have him. I will take Edge. Thank you.
If only my sister texted me back, I would text her now and ask her opinion of this.
She doesn't watch wrestling anymore, right? So,
but if I brought up Edge or Christian, she'd have opinions.
she'd have opinions.
Even if she didn't know. You have to realize, like, my sister was what kept me into wrestling throughout these years.
I get it.
And she was obsessed with Christian. And
I got to tell
the
you,
Hardys.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
He is a gorgeous man.
Is he?
I think he's more handsome than Edge.
No.
I will say this. Of this era, I think Edge was more handsome younger. But as they've aged, Christian's become more handsome. Oh, we're going to get the worm on Christian. These stupid moves.
The worm.
Yeah, he's going to do a worm. You never seen the worm? They're spelling it out for you. And then he does a little this, does a little this, does a little this, and then a chop. It's just John Cena's five-knuckle shuffle, or I should say John Cena's five-knuckle shuffle is just the worm without the worm.
So glad that Christian just threw him out. Thank you.
That was DDP that threw him
DDP. Thank you. Even better. Even better.
Christian just got wormed. He can't get up.
Oh, yeah. Christian was on the
He's
ground.
out of commission.
I was so distracted by the whole thing that just happened.
What
there.
number were we on? Number 15.
God.
The other half. We're halfway through. The other half of Billy and Chuck Palumbo.
Woodchuck. All right.
Thoughts?
No.
No, you don't got any thoughts on
no
Chuck?
heart emoji. Thank you.
Oh, he poked his eye. Come on now. Look at the size of this guy.
I'm gonna tell you.
This is the guy that you said looked like Matt Hardy in our last episode.
Oh, he had brown hair.
So
Now-
that's all it takes?
Yeah, right here he looks more like Hulk Hogan.
You don't like the bleach blonde?
This hair is awful. I'm so distracted. He looks gross.
It's fantastic.
Why is this a thing? This era. Look at this ring right now. What in the fuck is Christian wearing? Why is this man's hair like this? I'm back to complaining about physical crap.
You
remember how I go down these rabbit holes?
You were upset. Listen, you have said, I don't like the Attitude Era because everybody looks all black and drab.
That's true. And then this guy came out in red. But the problem is his hair is like, I don't even know. I can't even describe it.
I like that it's two-toned.
It's offensive.
It's like more blonde on top. It's like kind of orange at the tips.
Look, his eyebrows are brown. Can't he have his brown hair? Why does he have to have blonde hair?
I see. My question there is, why doesn't he dye his eyebrows?
Because they'll fall off.
I went the other way with that. Oh, nice little teamwork. Get DDP out of there, the veteran.
I'm silent because I'm taking in the.
Yeah, every time you see me pick my boogies with tissue, you got a vamp. I was trying to get boogies out of my nose, and you were just like dead silent watching me.
I thought everyone should hear.
They can't hear.
Yeah, so I'm distracted because I don't.
You have no opinions. That's the thing. Is you could not care less right now.
I desperately need someone to come in the ring that I care about.
You could not care less about this.
This is my problem.
Well,
and I don't
if
even
you
dislike
didn't
Christian.
care about them, you're not going to care about your favorite character.
What?
The Godfather.
Ugh.
And the Ho Train. Look at them hoes. Holy shit. Look at those shoulder pads.
Now I'm even less interested.
Come on. How do you not love the Godfather?
Because of this sexist shit.
But look at them hoes, though.
Although I am laughing at their shoes. Those shoes are so 2002.
Where did he go? Why'd he leave?
He was like, they're going to fight for me.
He went to get more hoes. You can't have enough hoes when you the Godfather.
That girl cannot dance.
Yeah, of course they can't dance.
She has no hips.
He grabs all these like local fucking white models. I feel like WWE went to the mall and handed out cards like to any pretty girl they found. Like, hey, do you want to be on TV tonight?
They can't dance.
He keeps getting more hoes. This is the Royal Ho Rumble.
Jesus Christ.
All right, and now, all right, he's gonna dance until the next guy comes out.
Can someone please come out and beat the shit out of this man?
Do you want them to beat up the hoes too?
No.
All
I'd
right.
love for the hoes to take revenge.
Do you want what if the hoes all turned on him right now and just beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, shove their stilettos up his butt.
Oh man. I don't know that they have the coordination to fight together because they sure as hell can't dance.
They cannot dance, so I think it's yeah.
This is the best part of the show so
happen.
far.
Is it?
Can we talk about how insanely fit he is right now? God, he looks so good.
He looks great. Too bad this gimmick is so fucking dumb. I fucking hate it. Every goddamn time.
Eventually he gets married. Oh wait, he went back for more. Eventually he gets married and he had to retire his hose. He retired the hose. What do you think these women are doing now?
I guarantee you most of them are astrophysicists.
Oh, all right.
Business leaders.
So feminist of you. I mean, that one on the right in the blue is cute. I like her. She's my favorite.
You don't like this girl right in front in the center with this cute hat? She working it.
No, yeah, she's the only one who can fucking work it.
Dance.
Yeah, of course, the one black girl, we're like, yeah, she can fucking dance.
Listen, all I know is that one white girl looks so dumb. She was so bad. No hips.
Meanwhile, on pro wrestling, that was the whole 2 minutes. He just got in the ring. We're about to get another person. Oh my goodness.
Really glad we took time for that. I feel so bad for those women. They better have been paid so much to be called hoes. Who the fuck is this Stone Cold wannabe knockoff?
You know Albert, aka Prince Albert.
Oh, does he do the Prince Albert?
That's his name, Prince Albert.
Does he have a Prince Albert?
I think that was what we're led to believe because look, he's all pierced in his face. He would become Tensai later, and now you've seen him in every documentary about NXT. He's one of the head trainers in the Performance Center.
That's an upgrade.
I forget his real name, actually. John.
Good for him.
Or Joe. Jason Bloom. Jay Bloom.
We got there eventually.
Oh, his name's actually Matthew Jason Bloom, but I feel like they only call him Jay.
Well, good for him.
AKA A-Train.
They're like, haha, both of you get
There's a lot of big boys in the ring and Christian.
Revenge of the Blondes.
There you go. Christian is like a baby compared to all the men that are involved.
He
in
is
this
a
right
baby,
now.
yeah.
Thanks for coming. Man, Albert lasted less than the Ho Train's dance in this match. Godfather's got such a great look to him, though.
I like his pants.
I just love like the tatted up with the old school style, like low breasted singlet and the hair like super high and tight pulled back. Like he's got such a great look.
I will say his look is great.
Everything to like
I
the
just
mustache.
Hate the gimmick.
He's a good looking dude. I feel like the Godfather would be worse if he was an ugly man. Like the character of the Godfather would be even worse if he wasn't handsome. Like I look at him and I believe he's a ladies' man.
I don't think you could do that. It wouldn't even work.
I mean, I'm sure that they have. They've had plenty of people that were unattractive be ladies' men. It's comedy.
It's comedy.
Look at the guy with the got beer sign.
I was actually distracted by the guy next to him who was doing a Hulk Hogan gimmick.
Oh, Perry Saturn. Who are you looking at, Perry? I don't know. Why?
What?
Making fun of the fact that he's cross-eyed. I'm allowed to do that.
Oh, but you don't do that to HBK.
I do. It's a HBK literally constantly. Literally every episode.
No.
I mention his wonky eyes. His eyes got crooked. But is someone knocking at our door right now?
Yep.
Well, we're too busy. It's probably just an Amazon package, right?
I don't know.
Should I go check while you vamp?
Sure.
For the people? All right. You chat with the people about Perry Saturn.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Perry Saturn. Mostly that I love his last name. You're probably going to have a hard time hearing me because the pod dog is freaking out over the person at the door. Also, can we all talk about these tights that are like a cow print for some reason? Because I don't understand what that's supposed to signify. It doesn't make sense to me if someone could explain it. I don't. Campfire Jones is very excited about all of this. I don't know if you can hear me over the barking, but bear with us. Just bear with us. Oh, okay. Jake is back.
How was your vamping? Did your vamping go well?
I don't know.
It didn't sound super exciting.
The people will tell. Well, it was a little hard because Campfire started barking so loud.
The irony that was them trying to drop off a notice that they're going to do work next door. Oh, listeners, we might have to do a whole episode just about our drama.
Oh, good thing they let us know 2 months later.
After we complained about them never letting us know. Anyways, all right, we're back in it. Did anybody new come out yet, or is it still just Perry Saturn,
just the
Chuck
same.
Palumbo, and Christian? Did Godfather get eliminated?
One question I pose, and I don't know if you have an exact answer, is why his tights are cow print?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe he was supposed to be a cow farmer.
And so you wear a cow print.
Maybe because
tights?
when it came to riding the success of his friends, he sure did milk it.
Oh.
And here's the rattlesnake. Now this place comes alive.
Thank God. I'm actually here for this. I need a shot of adrenaline in this match.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Stone Cold.
Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin? Steve Weiser.
Towards the very end of his career here.
What?
Yeah.
It's such an early end.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He's smart.
Those, like, they weren't even punches. They were clotheslines that people didn't take like clotheslines. Yeah. Oh man, right in his little Saturns.
Right in his little cows. His little calves.
Right in his udders.
Bye.
Jesus whiz,
I know,
Christian,
he looks so bad.
Christian rotated like 3 times too many.
It was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. This was exactly the adrenaline shot I needed, I gotta say. I'm very here for Stone Cold Steve Austin right now. Talk about a journey I've had with a wrestler where, like, probably the only name I ever recognize, it's probably like one of 3 people I could have named before I watched wrestling.
Yeah.
And then once I started, I was like, oh, like my impression was that guy's just like a dumb hit guy. Like,
yeah.
He's
everything you hated about
everything
like,
I hated about
trash.
like toxic masculinity, Southern, whatever. And then now that I've gotten to know him, his character, like him as a person in terms of like the interviews and whatnot, and just the fact that he's like this really liberal guy, I respect the shit out of him.
I love that he eliminated Christian twice. He put him back in the ring to stun him and eliminate him. He can't do the same thing for Chuck.
He's fired up.
Oh, he's so fun.
He is fun. He's here to kick ass and drink.
And there we go, a stunner for you.
Drink beer, and he's all out of beer.
Eliminate him again. Checking his watch. How much time he's got left?
There's no watch.
I love it. He's so good. What? Give him a little bird, and then send him flying like one.
Quest?
What?
For those who nailed it.
We're 19 people in. Oh, the classic Stone Cold sitting on the turnbuckle, just waiting.
Just taking it in.
This is classic.
I like it.
This is literally the peak of the what bit.
Why is his... Never mind.
Why is his what?
I was going to say, why is his nipple like a little...
He's got little tiny nipples.
Checking out... Well, it's like they're checking out, things to their sides.
Oh, yeah.
They're not looking straight forward.
Oh, he's got Maurice's boob job nipples.
Oh, my God.
Well, her boobies don't look in the same direction.
Wait, is this man wearing a towel?
That is Val Venus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the porn star gimmick that we've visited him a few times throughout this journey.
Yeah.
He's one of those bummers I've told you about where he was actually like this great athlete, great wrestler, really good mind for the business. And he's one of those dudes that I would like, oh yeah, he could have another little brief run, but he's also a crazy person. He is like, I would not be surprised if he's like a Q weirdo. He's just like a real, let's just say, when it comes to being all right, he's not all right.
Oh, great. Okay, so I want Stone Cold to kick his ass out of there.
But he's a big star though, like at this time too. So
don't expect him to be immediately eliminated.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, you know, it's at least like I guess he's not a big star. He's not like a main event guy.
He's not Stone Cold,
but he's popular. Yeah, but like look at the size.
He's
of him.
a fan fave.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. I mean, look at the fucking.
I mean, he throws a good punch.
I mean, he's just he's a threat. Let's say that.
All right.
Never a world champ, Val Venus. Probably because his name was Val Venus.
Yeah, what a dumb name.
Suffers from Dolph Ziggler syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that Dolph was never a champ, but you know,
it's
you get stuck with a name like that. Tough to go anywhere.
What do you think Dolph is short for? Dolphin?
Yep, his name is Dolphin Ziggler. A lot of people don't know that about Dolph.
That was the dumbest joke, and it made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, most do. Most do.
Ew, this man has a blonde mustache. Oh, gross.
You're so upset by blonde things. For somebody who dyes their hair as blonde as the fucking sun.
I don't dye my hair as blonde as the sun.
You sure do hate blonde things.
First of all, my hair is naturally blonde.
That Luther.
Secondly, I do highlights.
I think we've learned in the pandemic, your hair is darker than you anticipated it.
Well, it's gotten darker with age because that's what happens to every person
until
it gets white.
At least another blonde man's not coming to the ring.
You know what? At least this man has a darker blonde. I'm all right with it.
This is Test. He was
also
Albert's partner.
His mustache isn't bleach blonde while his hair is dark.
I have not noticed. Is Val Venus's mustache?
Yes, it's like a bleach blonde.
He dyed his
and
mustache.
And his hair is darker.
That's gotta hurt like a motherfucker.
Does it?
Bleaching your mustache?
I don't know.
No?
Maybe that's his natural hair color.
I just got the side eye. I just got the best side eye, you guys. Oh man, I'm gonna get some platitude when we're done. She's gonna throw some real platitude my way.
Oh, just watch out what you eat. Look for some eggies in your food.
Val Venus tights, man. Talk about the first idea.
Yeah. You know what?
What about if it's just a V shape?
What if it's just a V?
Print it. Cut, print,
done.
Call it a day.
Ready to go. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple.
All right. Well, at least we've got like two heels now teaming up against the babyface.
I would not come into this ring with any piercings on my face. Thank
I know
you.
it. It's always so weird to me.
Fucking crazy.
I'm too much of a wuss.
Although I will say, made for a great moment. Jeff Hardy getting his gauge ripped.
What about Batista getting his nose ring quote pulled out by Triple H at Mania last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I like it.
I was always bummed that Batista didn't just wear a pull-off ring.
Yeah.
Because he had to help him so hard and like do it out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Whereas if he just wore like one of those ones that you just pull on and off,
like the magnet,
then
or
whatever it is, just something that way Triple H could have really grabbed it and then pulled, and we all would be like, "Oh my god!" You know.
Nasty.
Stunner for Test. Thanks for coming, bud. Not eliminated though. Well, not at least not now. He's still getting up, and here you go. Now get out of that ring.
Bye.
All by himself again.
Good.
I love Austin clearing a ring at a Rumble. It's just like it's like an at-home feeling.
Classic.
Oh, look at those girls! Were so excited to be on their TV with their what's.
What?
You'd think that the other one would have answered the other one, and then that one would have answered the first one.
No.
Imagine as being two human beings just saying what to each other indefinitely.
What?
Good job. Alrighty, we're number 22.
All right.
It's been kind of a slow Rumble.
It was really slow until Stone Cold came out. Now I'm feeling better. Who's next?
Time to play the game.
Alrighty.
You've got nobody in the left in the ring.
And then it's just Triple
Royal
H
Rumble. You got Stone Cold in the ring. Triple H coming out now.
All right. So
yeah, this is definitely post DX. We were talking about earlier. This is definitely he's the game officially at this point.
Okay. All right.
What an entrance.
Yeah, it's very spectacular.
What an entrance. Look at them laser lights.
He's going to put some water in his mouth and spit it out all gross.
They would not utilize those laser lights again for years later. Well, I feel like laser lights made a big comeback a couple years ago.
I actually can't look. It's like
triggering. You having a little epileptic seizure over there? What's happening?
It really does bother me.
All right, Grandma.
It doesn't make me a grandma. Don't make fun of me.
Yeah, I'm a real ableist now. I make fun of you. Things that bother you.
You're mean to me.
I'm sorry that I'm mean to you.
Other people watching might also have that problem. Now you've made them feel bad.
I'm only mean to the ones I love.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, there was something recently that I could. There was an entrance recently that I mentioned not being able to watch, and I got made fun of for it.
By
I think it
Scott?
was, it wasn't something recent. It was something old. It might have been the DX entrance.
Yeah, that I have a hard time with the DX entrance.
It might have been a DX entrance that I was like, whoa, it was just a little much for me.
Yeah.
Talk about milking your whole entrance. No, they needed the ring to be emptied out because they didn't want to make Stone Cold have to wrestle.
I love that girl
through this.
behind him that was so grossed out. Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, she got sprayed and she was like, ew.
That was your vibe?
Yeah, that's my vibe. In the Corona world, yeah,
Listen,
I don't want that shit on me.
it's refreshing. It's probably hot in there.
Gross.
I was always more bothered by people who would, by like Stone Cold's beer flinging. Like having beer thrown on you, not a fan.
Also gross, but
Not a fan.
I've had beer flung on me. I went to a Flogging Molly concert once.
Oh, man. Last week it was Eric Clapton. Now it's Flogging Molly. You're really fucking going for a tour de force of music. I can't wait to hear next week about your Sharon McLaughlin.
What?
Sharon? Was that her name? What's her
What?
name? What was her name? Sharon? No, Lauren McLaughlin? What was her name?
What are you talking about? Sarah McLaughlin?
Sarah. There we go. Couldn't come up with Sarah.
You're making fun of all these white, super white bands.
That's not what I was doing. I was just pulling generic musician names out of my brain hat.
Also, I don't know how you went from Flogging Molly to Sarah McLaughlin, but that
Because you started with Eric Clapton. I was trying to go back and forth. The joke was like you went from Eric Clapton to Flogging Molly. Now we're going to go to something soft, and then we're going to go to something crazy. Never mind. Listen, this bit's over.
it's so over.
Remember when we were talking about moo tights and shit? Let's go back.
Moo. Yeah, you know what's interesting is that Triple H is so much bigger than him, and I don't think I ever realized.
Look at how much shit falls off of Triple H's face when he gets punched.
It's nasty.
All the water from his hair. It's great. It looks great. It makes it look fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're already getting down to whoever the next person is, number 23. I feel bad for whoever comes out when these two guys are in the ring. Oh, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Now, you said when we were watching we were talking about the Hall of Fame, we were talking about Mighty Molly, who just recently was inducted.
Yeah.
Molly Holly.
Yeah.
And something with Shane Helms popped up, and you were like, I'm not familiar. Have you not seen him enough times for it to stick? Because you've seen him a few times. But I feel like maybe it just hasn't stuck with you.
It has not stuck.
Does this feel like the first time you're seeing this guy again?
Yes.
Really?
Every time. It's the first
Wow.
time.
How could you forget the superhero character?
I don't know.
All
But
right.
I'm here for it, I guess.
He's a superhero.
He's just such a bizarre addition to this sort of like hyper realism.
Look, he's got super strength. Look at him. Look at his super strength.
So strong. Wow.
Yeah, he's got super strength. And then they realize, like, wait, are you feeling it? No, I'm not. It doesn't hurt me. All right, let's get rid of this motherfucker.
Bye.
Thanks for wearing the cape. It made that spot fun.
Oh, I would not wear a cape. Everyone knows.
Right back at it, the two of them.
Cape is a bad idea. It's bad for your costume.
That was a fun little moment. It was a bummer that I feel like it should have happened quicker, but
What do you mean?
let's be honest. Like the beats of that should happen quicker with the hurricane.
Sure.
I feel like if you're in the arena right now and you see these two guys going at it, like anybody who comes out needs to be a huge name or get the fuck out of the way.
Uh-huh.
They've sort of set themselves up for that.
I agree. Only big names from this point forward. How many people are left?
That Hurricane was number 23.
Really? There's that many people
So there's
left?
7 people left.
Wow. All right.
And we're about to see number 24 in a moment.
Number 24.
The other half of APA, Farouk, Hall of Famer, Ron Simmons.
All right. I'm here for him. I like him.
He's a worker.
Immediately just came in and did a low blow. He was like, hey, bitch.
I think it was supposed to be like an inner thigh
It
or
was
something,
so
but
funny
it
to
did
me.
look like he was like...
It looked like he just came in the ring and was like, fuck your nuts.
Farouk's like, fuck yo nuts.
He's like,
And bye. Nope.
fuck your little H's.
Doesn't quite work. After that kick, he's now just single H. He lost 2 of them.
Aww.
Oh, you never try to do a back body drop against
Look how
Triple
big
H.
each of these men are, though. They're
Yeah,
all like so
they're
ripped.
based. Thanks for coming, Farouk.
Oh.
Boom. First black world champion
Sorry.
in fucking WCW history.
That
or
guy has a
NWA,
cowboy
whatever it
hat
was.
on.
Who had a cowboy hat on? Someone in the audience?
Yeah.
Aren't they in like, where did I say that they were?
I don't remember.
I was like, are they in like New Jersey or something? Oh, they're in Georgia. Yeah, of course.
Ah,
They were in Atlanta, Georgia.
I see. Atlanta. All right.
It feels pretty draggy, though. I gotta say, they should. I feel like the struggle between Triple H and Stone Cold has drawn more attention than the Rumble.
It's a bit of a slog now because they are. It's thrown off the energy of what should be a Rumble.
Well, I mean, yeah. What should be a Rumble? There's 30 people. It's like an hour-long match.
I know, and
it's a lot of
things.
There's
1,000 ways you can do it, but I think the most fun is when there's like something like this, but then there's also a couple other people.
Well, we still have 6 people left.
Yeah, but
25 is up next. I just feel like the time in between is feeling long.
Yeah, right. It's like a long 30.
Sad. So this is number 25.
That person doing or waving their sign in key.
Oh man,
Mr. Perfect. People are very excited. It's a pretty big pop.
This is yeah.
Must have been a while.
Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I feel like
it's one of those things where it's like an older guy that comes out and they're like, yeah,
I don't know.
Him.
I don't know exactly. But man, talk about a fucking fantastic wrestler.
He's in good shape.
Yeah, he's great. He's just good. This music. This is like one of my favorite wrestler themes of all time.
It's very unique. There's not enough things like that.
Especially to stick with it through the Attitude Era of, like this. Yeah, it's so unique. He's taking a sweet ass time coming to the ring. He's like, why am I going to run into the ring?
Yeah, why would I want to get into this?
Mr. Perfect. Now, does his bleach blonde hair bug you?
I can live with it because I feel like he's just always been that way. And so I'm like, all right, I
Interesting. Yeah, like I feel like depending on how old you are and when you start watching wrestling, you always call a person the original of a specific style.
And he's totally the OG.
For me, he's not. Of course, he was just copying people of yesteryear for him.
Yeah.
But as a kid who, born early 80s, grew up watching in the 80s, Mr. Perfect is, when I think of like, oh, the beach blonde, long hair, the guy that Ziggler reminds me of.
Yeah, always. He always reminds me of Ziggler.
Is Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like that he comes out with his straps down. And then through the match, he's like, yeah, I suppose I should put these up. They're kind of getting annoying.
Or the idea that like, oh, what if it falls down?
Man, I wonder I don't even know where his son is right now. Like what he's doing. His son is Curtis Axel?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure you gave me a look.
No, I was waiting I thought you had an additional thought.
The last I think he was really being utilized on WWE programming was
the B team.
I don't know if he was let go last year in the big April 15th thing, but Bo was just let go this year.
Just this year,
It's a great question. Is Curtis Axel in WWE roster currently? Number 26. Oh, yeah.
I was just going to say Kurt Angle. Like he and Mr. Perfect feel like an interesting pair to put together. Well,
because Mr. Perfect was...
They're very Olympian, the two of them.
Yeah, was somewhat a collegiate wrestler build kind of guy.
Yeah.
His whole thing with the perfect plex is his finisher, which is just a trap suplex, you know what I mean? Pinning combination.
Yeah.
Which is like a very like amateur wrestling kind of move. Yeah, these two together.
They're fun.
Especially versus people like Stone Cold or Triple H who are very similar in there.
It's a gamut for sure, I feel like.
They're chanting, "You suck, Adam."
Really?
Wait, maybe? Is this the beginning of the "You Suck" era? You remember how?
Oh yeah.
When Angle came back and you weren't familiar, and they're like, "Why are they yelling 'You suck'?" And why does he like it?
And why does he like it?
Yeah,
yeah, I do remember. And once it was explained to me, like when people say at Boss concerts, they go Bruce, and it sounds like boo. Once you get used to it, you're like, all right, I know.
Yeah, that was jarring to me the first time I ever saw that.
As a big Springsteen fan,
yeah, he's not currently employed by WWE. I thought he was still there, but I guess
maybe
not.
Axel and Dallas will get together and
yeah. I mean, they were sort of a hodgepodge team anyway. But let's see.
Yeah,
2000.
They're going to show up in AEW
on April 30th of 2020. He was released from his contract.
Hasn't done anything
of last year. So yeah, I forgot that he was in that.
He was in the big exodus
of because of the budget cuts because of the pandemic at the beginning of the pandemic of last year.
I will say Kurt is in great shape here.
You mean Mr. Perfect?
No, Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt. Sorry, I thought you were. That's
I was
funny.
literally referring to who I meant.
I thought you were calling him Kurt Hennig.
No.
which I was like being a shtick. Like, no, they didn't call him that. They called him Mr. Perfect. There's 2 people in this ring named Kurt. What are the odds of that?
Not very high anymore.
And here is the world's largest athlete, according to WWE.
No.
Number 27, which...
He's such a little baby here.
Which they would, around this time, they would start noting that number 27 is like the lucky spot. Like more Royal Rumble winners have come from 27 than any other slot.
Interesting.
Which I think now in 2021, that's not the case anymore. I feel like there's just as many people that won it from number 1 at this point.
Yeah, but, like that's the whole thing. Like you come out, you survive the whole thing.
But he's at number 27. So right now you got a bunch of big names.
Yeah.
Like we were right. Like they say those big names. I don't know that any of these people are necessarily exciting to you though.
I like Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
We've got 3 people left.
Three more.
God, Big Show is just a giant man.
He is a giant man.
Is it weird seeing him with hair on his head? Like in the front of his head?
I think that's why he seems like such a baby.
Anytime Big Show has hair, he's just a child
it
to you.
It makes him youthful.
Look at Kurt Angle trying to do a suplex of Big Show.
Kurt, you're funny.
That man's ginormous.
You're so funny.
Oh, boy.
He just threw you like a rag doll.
Man, he just picked him up.
Look at it.
What are you going to do from up there? Well, that was dumb. Let him eliminate him.
I know. That's bad.
And then
that's
Triple
bad
H,
psychology.
Triple H just totally no-sold Mr. Perfect's kick. I don't know that he caught it. Did you notice that? Mr. Perfect just kicked Triple H and then fell over himself when he realized that Triple H didn't notice it or sell it.
That's really funny.
Oh, that was, God, what a fucking clothesline.
Yeah, some psychology got a little fucked up around there.
The way that Stone Cold just took that clothesline where he was running so fast that there was only one, like he just let physics do the job, you know, like that to me is my favorite. And that's what
makes him fucking great.
That's my favorite. Oh no, big choke slam. He really protected him in that choke slam. He held him on the way down.
That's very nice of
Number 28.
Kane?
It's gotta be Kane.
He's got the mask, my favorite.
Yep, this is pre-unmasking Kane. I love this. This is one of my favorite Kane outfits because he has like that little silky top.
You know what? It works on him, and it's because
it doesn't bother you when Kane does
he's
it.
He's gothy. It's his creepy vibes. I like it.
And also, look at his little thigh windows.
I was going to say he also has like thigh windows, which is
let you see that man's thigh work.
Him and Big
Kane. Goodness gracious, how great is Kane?
He's great.
He's also so white.
Yeah,
you figure a guy who they told us was
pale.
Yeah, I forgot that they told us was burned in a fire. He should never tanned.
He must not have liked how it looked.
I feel like we always give look at that. They both had the same idea. A double chokeslam. We always give Sheamus like, shit for being like the whitest man.
So
but if it
pale.
wasn't for Kane's ring gear, he looks just as white as Sheamus.
No way. Sheamus is like a ghost.
All right. He's the next.
Sheamus is translucent.
He's definitely the next color swatch on the Pantone scale, but they're close.
Yeah, they are close, but
what an elimination! Just lifts up Big Show and dumps him out
Kane's
like nothing.
more of an eggshell.
Oh, but takes a big stunner. Is everybody get their signature in? Angle slam to the outside. Thanks for coming, Kane.
Rude. I'm offended.
He got stunned with a Stone Cold Stunner into an angle slam to the outside.
I liked Kane being there. I'm mad.
You can't yawn. If you yawn, you make me yawn. We both need to pick me up after this, I feel.
We made the decision to record this in the late afternoon. You know how it is.
Yeah, it was a bad hour.
You're all sleepy in the late afternoon.
I need someone super fun and quick and high flying and exciting to come out.
I feel like you're
right about
spoiling something for me.
Now.
You're spoiling something. RVD.
The whole fucking show.
The Hall of Famer of 2021.
Oh, don't slip, big guy.
Little slip. I bet that was that water earlier from Triple H.
Yeah, you're probably right. Look at this.
Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
That was fun.
He is just so fun.
I love
fun. RVD. Whoa. His kicks, like he does. Oh my goodness. He's just crazy.
I do like the kicks.
I love him. Oh, Mr. Perfect and RVD. There's two people that you don't associate with each other. And they wrestled together in a Royal Rumble match.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun about the Rumbles, right?
Gonna go a little Rolling Thunder. Whoop. Boom. God, there's no way to take that.
That's
that
a crazy
suck.
little mood. Mood.
It is a mood. You're right.
Mood
Rob
and a
Van
mood.
Dam is such a mood, you guys.
Such a mood.
Oh my goodness, great. He also takes every move with his face. Have you ever seen RVD get RKO'd? A lot of initials there.
I was going to say.
He takes it on his face.
I do not.
He sends his feet up because most people take it flat. They land completely horizontally. He throws his feet up in the air and takes it directly on his face. It's insanity.
Smart.
It also just makes it look like the most devastating move of all time.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I like the kid in the, did you catch the kid in the audience who has the two big giant thumbs to do the RVD thumbs? Was he number 29? He was.
Yeah.
There's only one person left.
Alrighty. We're getting down to it, folks.
There was what, 6 people? That's it total?
I think there's just 5.
Yeah, but including whoever the next person's gonna be.
And then
that seemed like a real quick count. They were like, this is going a little long, guys. Let's hurry up and get number 30 out here.
I'm grateful. Got beer?
I'm so sick of that sign.
I know.
Can you dig it?
Sucker?
One of my favorites in the ring, one of my least favorites on commentary. Booker T.
You miss him wrestling.
Yeah. I feel like he is a type of wrestler that is lacking right now in the in main roster WWE at least. There's and it's hard to place what it is about him. He's like that crazy athlete who's huge but moves super fast, who like he is a sports entertainer.
Yeah.
More than he is a wrestler, but in a way that I don't mind.
It brings a good energy.
I don't know. There's something about him that's kind of missing right now. We've got 5 in the ring. So, he just eliminated RVD? Did he just send RVD packing and I wasn't even noticed?
He did.
God damn it,
That was
Booker.
the first thing he did.
And thanks for doing your spin and Ruby just to get the worst stunner of all time
That was so
out of the ring. The worst stunner ever.
That was mean.
We're down to the final 4. Who do you think wins? Who do you want to win?
Stone Cold.
Really? You think Stone Cold wins and you want Stone Cold to win?
Yeah.
This could be the end of him right here. Nope. Reverses this. Picks him up. Going for a big slingshot. Into the turnbuckle. Oversold. Gets Angle gets right in position to do the angle slam.
He's moving fast now. I think Mr. Perfect's going to go next.
You don't think Mr. Perfect's going to be the final 3? You think he's next eliminated?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's the old man? He's the old man they're getting out of here?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Big suplex.
Jesus Christ.
Dropping that man on his neck of all things.
Kurt Angle.
Another one. Hangs onto it. Going for the 3 amigos.
Woo.
Ooh, my God. Oh, no. He's going to go for 4.
He's like, I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it.
Oh, that's what I'm going to get out of it.
That was so funny.
That's why I don't HUD Alexandra from behind.
That was a little reverse angle kick.
Because she's going to pop me in giblets one day.
The little bacons.
Little bacon bits.
Bacon bits.
Remember when this show started and I have a different name than I use now?
I do remember.
We never acknowledged it. I assume people who listen to this listen to other shows and they know who we are.
Yeah,
they get it.
It's fine.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Man, I always get scared when his knee braces would get caught. Like they would scrape up against the ropes or the turnbuckles. Woo. There were multiple times people would do something on a turnbuckle and I would see his brace bend and I would always get really concerned because I feel like that's a great way to get injured.
Yeah.
These 3 men just fucking
annihilating.
Just slapping the shit out of each other.
Triple H is getting a nice little nap.
He is. He's smart right now. He's like, I'll let these guys just smack each other in the face. I'll take a little power nap.
Bye.
No. Oh, fate, man, he's just full face in the dick right now. And bye, Stone Cold. You said Perfect was getting out next. It was your pick to win. Comes down to the final 3.
Boo.
I'm trying to think of who the fans are at this point have to be thoroughly behind Triple H. I think Mr. Perfect is probably a tweener because he probably has like a nostalgia play here.
Triple H just pulled him out of the ring. He's like, fuck you, man.
Stone Cold, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Stone Cold.
But right now, I think the only true baby face is Triple H in it. I think.
Jesus. I like the stairs black. That's fun.
It was the Attitude Era. Everything was black.
I don't need everything black.
Black
I like
was cool.
The stairs as black.
Do you like the black ropes and the black turnbuckles and the black things? You don't mind it as much?
That's fine, I
That's
guess.
like it looks like AW to me.
To be honest, it kind of makes it muted. So then I'm more focused on the wrestlers, which is nice.
That is a very poignant opinion that a lot of people do have that. A lot of people don't like the bright setup.
Yeah, because then it distracts me.
Yeah, whereas they feel like the black ropes allow the people to pop.
Exactly.
But I also just don't mind a little color.
He's out for revenge,
Yep.
bitch?
And bye. Yeah. Well protected. Not as well protected.
You pull a Taker.
No disqualification, King. And one
Jesus
for you.
Christ.
Just for good measure.
That ref took it out.
The ref's like, come on, you're not supposed to do this.
We talked about
Stone
this.
Cold, he's not gonna get eliminated and not beat some fuckers up.
You know what? Good for him. Get your revenge.
Was this the same this is the same Rumble that had Maven and Taker? That felt like 40 years ago.
I know, I will say. It's one of the slower Rumbles for sure.
It feels like two real separate Rumbles.
Yeah.
It feels like the Rumble.
Well, that's what I said when Stone Cold came out. It was like this adrenaline infusion.
Well, I think...
And it marked like the second half.
Yeah, I would say the time in between Taker and Stone Cold, the second
Slow.
10. Because Maven is number 11.
That was a slog.
From number 11 to Stone Cold coming out at number 19, that middle third was kind of a slog.
I feel like I barely remember it, to be honest. And it happened like 10 minutes ago.
With our idiotic fucking building manager leaving handing me a sign he could have simply put on the door.
Also, a sign that,
that we
is
told them
very
to put
old.
2 weeks ago. Oh no, big clothesline. Nope, he's hanging on. Mr. Perfect hanging on. Did you think Mr. Perfect would last this long?
No.
Neither did I.
I gotta tell you.
Neither did I.
Triple H, you're not that hurt. Get your ass up.
He's milking it. He's smart. Let's lay on the ground. They always said that was the smart, like the heels. There we go. That was his perfect plus. That was his finisher. But he would hang on to him and pin him. But he can't pin him because it's a Royal Rumble. So you got to add a little bit of something to it. A little snapmare and a big, huge clothesline out of here. That was sort of a wonky clothesline. He sort of took it from the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't let him turn. He didn't get turned around to take it from the face and have a big old face. Down to the final two. Who do you pick?
I guess I picked Triple H.
You pick Triple H. Who do you want?
Triple H.
All righty. Look at that. Look at him. He's like, all right, I guess we could beat the crap out of each other.
No offense to Kurt Angle or anything.
He is.
He's taking off the top.
Down. Oh, you know when he lets his boobies free. I wonder if Triple H offered him some beads. And a sort of spear.
They're in Atlanta, not New Orleans.
Beads are good anywhere. Beads, the bounds of beads currencies.
Do you like beads in a certain place, like in a dark place?
Were you trying to make a butt bead joke at me? Are you trying to talk about butt stuff? Listen, this is not that kind of program. This is a made for family. Is
it? Because we're watching this.
This is all audiences. Oh my goodness. What a huge belly.
If you hadn't drawn a big circle around it, people who didn't get it wouldn't have gotten it.
Listen.
So that's your problem.
We saw the Ho Train.
Oh God.
Listen. Oh my gosh. Goldust spent 45 minutes on his nuts. Was that this episode as well?
These nuts, yeah, that's how it started.
I'm blending Rumbles now.
No, that was this one.
The fans are hot, at least. Although it doesn't seem like they're on their feet.
No.
For the last two.
I mean, they've kind of been on their feet the whole time.
Right. It feels like they might be exhausted.
I feel exhausted.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm here for Triple H, but you know.
That was nice. I like that he was like, I'm just going to grab your throat and push you to the ground instead of attempting this weird clothesline.
Yeah.
People are looking at the ramp. Something's happening.
What's happening?
I don't know, but
Taker's back for revenge.
Eyes seem to be all at the ramp. Do you notice that? Maybe somebody came out to 60. Oh!
Oh, boy. That was
He thinks
close.
he won. Angle thinks he won. He's celebrating.
I love when they do that. It's so fun.
Oh, and then he had a taunt saved up. It was like the end of the last one.
He said, suck it.
Huge fucking knee drop. Big clothesline. Get the hell out of it. And that's how you take a clothesline and get eliminated from a Rumble.
Boom.
And the game is victorious.
All right, boy. You made it.
And he will go on to face Chris Jericho for the Undisputed WWF Championship.
Oh, really?
I think maybe. Or at least unless Jericho loses it. Well, there you have it. The 2000 and what did we say this was?
2.
I forgot. 2.
2-0.
The final. That was our last. That was the last of our
Attitude?
what I'm calling the Attitude Era Royal Rumbles.
You know what?
Not one of the better ones in hindsight. It had, you know what? The Taker moments made it the best for me.
The Taker stuff was great. And as I said, I appreciated Stone Cold coming out. I think otherwise it was definitely one of the lesser favorites for me because it was just so slow.
It also featured a lot of like great mid-card guys, but no big, not as many big names.
I will say it's like cooking. Like it wasn't well balanced. The flavors were not blended well, and so that's what makes it feel slow. You know,
I like that. That's fair. I'm wondering where this one fits because I agree with you. I wonder where this one fits in like the top Rumble matches. That are often.
I don't think people
touted.
probably reference this one that much because there's nothing spectacular about it. It felt like a thing that was probably a real like connection piece between bigger stories that were happening before and after it.
I feel like
it's one of those Rumbles.
Yeah, I feel like it's also just more. This is all about the game, all about like the rise.
They definitely were. I mean,
of the game.
That initial shot when you paused it before we started, and then all those signs for Triple H. Definitely, that was definitely a. 2003's playing. If you don't stop.
Oh no, stop it. Well, there you have it. Who did you enjoy seeing outside of Taker? At least, was there anybody that you went like, oh, that was nice to see him or them?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. Maybe. And I mean, Christian, it was fun to see him, even if I made fun of his outfit. And, Kurt Angle. It's nice to see a little Angle at his prime.
I don't watch a lot of old wrestling anymore. Outside of doing this show and the occasional watch along Wednesday with Scott Narver for the other program, I don't really watch stuff. And every time I see Team Extreme together around this era, I always go like, oh, I forgot how much I love these people. I forgot how much I love just everything about the presentation, the getup, even though like it was very of the era, like the parachute pants and the fucking, and the Hardy armbands and like all the stuff that they would keep around forever.
Yeah.
It feels so authentic.
You
of the
were
era.
Very excited about that.
It feels very authentic. But
that felt like your inner child was being delighted.
Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode. Please make sure you're rating and reviewing Apple Podcasts and checking out meyouand30.com for merchandise and links to the Discord if you want to chat about this in the Dragon Wagon Radio Discord server. All of that's there. Please find us on Twitter. And Instagram. That's how I talk now.
Oh, yeah.
I am at Jake Lloyd Bacon. She is at Alexandra Hoy, HOEY. Use hashtag #MeYouAnd30 if you want to chat about this on Twitter to make sure that we see that. Also just tag us. That's a great way too when you're chatting about stuff. Always a fun time. We have 6 more to go, 7 more to go, somewhere in that range.
I think we have 8 more.
8 more to go.
Yep. We're getting down to the final ones.
Well, this has been fun.
It has been fun.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Hey, everyone. Jake Lloyd here.
Along with Paul Bianchi.
And Alexandra Hoy.
Hey, we all host different shows on Dragon Wagon Radio.
That's true. But we're not here to talk about any of those.
Not at all. We are here to talk about Dungeons and Dragon Wagon,
in which us podcasters from Dragon Wagon Radio venture into a mythical land for a D&D-inspired role-playing game.
Alexandra and I are joined by Matt Hinksman and a very special guest of quest for each chapter of an epic saga in which we must take on the roles of half-orcs, dark elves, and more as we fight our way through a fantastical land of peril, drama, and often hilarity.
All of which is controlled by me, the Dungeon Master, and the player's chance rolls of the die.
And our show is for everyone. Even if you don't play role-playing games, you'll love D&DW.
That's right. Our game sessions are highly edited, easy to follow, sound designed from top to bottom, and completely immersive.
Yeah, our episodes sound more like a well-produced radio drama than an RPG show.
So what are you waiting for? Join the adventure on Dungeons and Dragon Wagon at dndwpod.com or wherever you find great podcasts.
It's Dragon Wagon.